Hey there guys, welcome back to Arsenal Fan TV. This is the preview for the game on Sunday. Arsenal hosting Aston Villa, the final game of the Premier League calendar. And very little to play for. With Champions League football already secured, the only real incentive that we've got going into the match is that very, very slim possibility of finishing above Spurs, who face already relegated Newcastle. You would assume they'd win that game, and it does look like we are potentially going to finish below them in third place, but there is still that chance. So whilst we do have that opportunity to potentially overturn them, then we've got to be taking it by ensuring a convincing home win against Aston Villa. And it's going to be, it's going to be a weird end to the season, I feel, given the way that this season has gone. We go into this game on the back of a rather enthralling 2-2 draw against Manchester City. You would assume that Villa, given the way they've played this season, we would absolutely throttle them at home. And I sincerely hope that we see quite a few players that look to be departing this season in the names of Thomas Rosicky, possibly Mikel Arteta, maybe Matthew Flamini. But I would definitely like to see Thomas Rosicky start this game, change the team up a little bit. As I say, we haven't got a lot to play for, so I want to see a refreshing lineup. I want to see Callum Chambers starting a harder defence. Generally, I want to see something different, given it's the last game of the season. We don't really have much left to play for. We all know how disappointing this season has been, and I think it's going to be really weird clapping the players off in their lap of honour, because it's kind of like we're clapping off a load of underachievers, which is a horrible way to put it, but sadly, given the way this season has gone, I think it's going to be really surreal clapping them off. The only real player that I want to be applauding at the end of the game is Thomas Rosicky, and it is absolutely heartbreaking that he's going to be leaving Arsenal Football Club in the summer. Some may not see it that way, but given that he's been, I would say, a fantastic servant to Arsenal Football Club, but given the way his injuries have gone over the course of his Arsenal career, he never really fulfilled his potential as to the kind of player that he could have been. So rather devastating in that sense, but I wish him the best of luck for the future. The exact same goes for Mikel Arteta, who I sincerely hope doesn't join Manchester City, but if he does, then the best of luck to him, and Matthew Flamini, who will be departing the club as well. It's also a big game for, I think, Theo Walcott as well, because if he is to start a match, which I think is highly unlikely, then he'll be making the case for himself to not only remain at Arsenal throughout the course of the summer, but also get into the England squad for the Euros. Yes, you can't really prove that against Aston Villa at home, but with the news of Danny Welbeck being blighted for 9 months, that is such heartbreaking news. Walcott will be looking to at least try to get a slim chance of making Roy Hodgson's England team for the Euros. On the topic of Danny Welbeck, it's devastating, absolutely devastating that he's going to be out till 2017 with a knee injury once again. To think that he won't be back till February or March, I mean, it's just absolutely unthinkable given the way he came back, scored goals against Everton, Leicester, was playing some really good football for us as well, linking up especially well with Alexis Sanchez and Alex Iwobi. He was having such an impact on Alex Iwobi's career. He's such a hard-working, dedicated player. His game is heavily relied on his work ethic, and it's just a shame because he's a player that doesn't deserve these kind of injuries. It's only happened since he's come to Arsenal, which is typical, and the saddest thing about it is it sets the tone for next season already, that we've got a player already on a long-term injury, and I do wish him the best of luck. I wish him a speedy recovery because he's such a fantastic asset to Arsenal, a fantastic asset to England, and it's just heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. He's going to be out for this amount of time. But Villa, I don't really think we need to worry about them too much at home. I'm expecting a sort of carnival atmosphere at the Emirates on Sunday. I'm sure you all saw the fighting amongst fans away from home at the Etihad Stadium last weekend, which in my opinion is ludicrous. It's embarrassing. The fact that we're resorting to violence between fans, it really shouldn't come to this. And I'm expecting a much more calm, level-headed atmosphere at home to Aston Villa in a game which we have to be winning, should be winning. I'm going for a 4-0 win to the Arsenal to cap off the season, which has been fueled by disappointment, but I can only hope that we invest sensibly over the summer. We've got something to smile about with a couple of new signings coming in. I'm looking forward to the Euros. That's the only thing that's kind of keeping me going. Please do drop a like on this video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV, and as always, I'll be speaking to you very, very soon.